you are far smarter than you can ever imagine. There is no obstacle that you cannot overcome, no problem that you cannot solve, and no goal that you cannot achieve by applying your mind.
I wonder if we're live. We don't even hear music anymore. Just fucking suck. Like, what happened to me being far smarter? You're far smarter than the average fucking parent. What do I don't hear I'm far smarter. I'm far smarter.
You can be. You can be far smarter.
My song that makes me go, yeah, let's get this shit.
It do tell us that. It do make us do that.
And he makes me like, yeah.
But you know what, Tone? You want to hear a fun fact?
What's that?
We're only far smarter on Mondays at 7 o'clock.
That's it. That's all I want. I don't care about nothing else. I care about Mondays at 7 o'clock that I'm far smarter.
That's all I care about. Yes.
That's all I care about.
Yeah.
So anyway, how was your weekend, Kiki?
My weekend was flipping amazing on some stupid type shit.
Really?
How was yours?
Mine was okay. It was relaxing. I didn't do a fucking thing. You know what I mean? I'm emphasizing a fucking thing. Okay. I didn't do shit. Like, no. Nigga, if I had to do something that was just too much for me to do. One, it was too fucking hot outside to be out there. You know what I mean? Like, nah, nigga. Hell no. So I stayed inside and chilled. You know what I mean? It was so bad yesterday, I didn't get out of bed till fucking almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's how bad it was. That's how bad it was.
You had an amazing time there. That was amazing.
Yes.
Well, I got out of bed about 3 because the night before, because of, our orange president decides he wants to do the fireworks on the mall at midnight. So yeah, with that being said, it was almost 5 o'clock when I got in the house, which means I wasn't getting up to 3 or 4, which means now it really is the holiday in this house, for real. So then my kids come over, you know how that go.
Yeah.
And I was struggling this morning. Cheese.
This morning was so flipping crazy. So I rolled over this morning, right? I thought my alarm was set, right? And I was like, yeah. I roll over, I see it says 6:15. I was like, I got 15 minutes. Nigga, I roll back over next to you know this motherfucker saying 7 o'clock.
Yep.
You want to talk about a nigga that jumped out of it and was just scrambling like a chicken with a head cut off trying to get out the door to get to work, bro. God damn.
Yep. That's it. That's exactly how it went.
So, white man, how was your fucking 4th of July, your 4th of July weekend?
It was muggy, but I mainly stayed indoors. So
indoors.
I think that was a theme for everybody. It just staying indoors. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I again, not even though living in the near the Washington D.C. area, I did not want to step one foot in that place because I was forewarned because I worked a Washington Spirit game and pretty much all my colleagues literally said it's like you don't want to be here over the weekend, and smartly I didn't. So it was a good.
You agree with him?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to say bamboozled, but I got talked into going because I had nothing else to do. I was like, it's hot, it's this, is that, and I was at the shop late, and one of my coworkers was like, hey, I got reservations at some rooftop joint, some rooftop situation to watch the fireworks. You want to go? Sure.
How'd that work out for you?
The reservations, here's Kiki, story time with Kiki.
Uh-oh.
So the reservations he had was for 7:00. Now, shame on me because this guy is known to be starting shit at the 11th hour. He's known to do that. I think I
Okay.
told the story of the fight before, but I'm like, I got nothing else to do. Why not?
Okay.
So this reservation was at 7, but I informed him that our good president, light up good, was not planning on having anything happen until 11 o'clock. It's supposed to be 11, right? He's like, oh, bet. I'm going to get him to move the reservations up so we can go around the time, blah, blah, blah. There's no point in sitting there for 3 hours eating and then the 4th hour trying to watch stuff. There's just no point in doing that. So he's like, bet. I'm going to get the reservations moved up. So me and you, we going to, this is my first time going. So I'm like, bet. This Bama called me at 9:50. I'm about to get dressed. I said, shit.
What?
Yeah, he told me I'm about to get dressed. I said, shit, I ain't going. There's no freaking way. So now he says, then it starts raining. The power went off in this house. So I was like,
The signs were signing.
It's 1,000 degrees outside, so the power goes off here, so the sign is signing. I was like, bet. I said, come school me. We get outside. This Bama is doing all this extra stuff. He arguing. He mad. He this, he that about the traffic. I don't know why we arguing about traffic. We get down to the place. Okay, so we on the bridge. I'm like, you know what? Screw this restaurant. We on the bridge. You know how 295 is, 395 is when cars are on top of each other. People are outside the cars. They got chairs. They got hammocks. They got whatever they got outside. So I'm thinking, let's join them. Let's just get out here. Let's join these people because the fireworks going to happen soon. He's like, we got an hour. The restaurant is only 7 minutes from here. I said in theory, and July 3rd is 7 minutes, or July 5th is 7 minutes.
Okay.
And it's 7 minutes tonight.
No, it won't be 7 minutes tonight.
We get right smack in the middle of the parking lot. Straight, no traffic moving nowhere. Long story short, we get to the restaurant. It is 10 minutes to 12. He arguing. He gonna tell me, oh, we're gonna send him inside. They said, as long as I get here. I said, bruh, everybody that in the world is probably in there. We're not gonna do it. Just fucking park anywhere and just catch a ticket. No, you're not. Your tag's dead. No, you're not.
You gonna tow your shit.
This man is not thinking. We ended up having a good time. We went down, walked down. I got some good pictures, made it down to the mall, like as close as we can get. We had 15 minutes of fireworks. I'm dressed up for this rooftop situation outside in the rain. So we go to the place called Hamilton. We end up at the Hamilton. I'm gonna wrap this up. Go to this place called Hamilton. It's full of the caucus people in there. They in there.
Top tier was in the building.
Top tier was in the building. So I got a little attitude. So I'm not really fucking with nobody in here. They ended up kicking me out. But before they kicked me out, there was a Caucasian couple sitting next to me. And it was me, the barber I work with, and the Caucasian couple sitting next to me, and a gay dude and his girlfriend sitting next to them. The Caucasian couple was looking for somebody to join in little situation. So they sent me two shots of tequila. Sent the girl and the gay dude. The girl and the gay dude sent him.
Get you on the mountain.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
And give you the oxygen from the mountain so they can have their baby with you. Oh my God. They try to tell you they got a fucking cowboy star on the top of the mountain and it looking like white Chris Brown up there. Lord.
They didn't care who it came from. They sent the gay dude champagne. They sent the girl next to him a wine and me 2 shots of tequila. So I'm all like, bet. I don't really know what's going on until the gay dude tell me, you know what they trying to do, right?
They trying to set you up.
Bruh, I drank them 2 shots and I was out of there. But before I went
trying
home,
to take your Rice Krispie treats. What they trying to do.
They want some of my no parts.
Yeah. They was going to take you to the mountain, hold you down and fill you with the air, and you wouldn't know nothing that was going on.
What made the night? What recovered the night? and I have pictures to prove this. When I got outside, because they told everybody, get out, it's closing, it's get out. We about to be over, get out. So I go outside waiting on, because now the barber went down to the car to get the car. He wanted to bring the car back because we walked from Maryland to DC, pretty much. He said,
you walk across the street. I mean,
right. He said, don't worry about it. He come back. In the meantime, I'm standing outside. I meet 2 celebrities when I was outside. Bravo, whatever, was in town, and one of the housewives was there, and one of the dudes from Below Deck was there. So I got pictures with them, because the couple's still looking. They still looking. So
still trying to get you.
And them.
Huh?
The couple was trying to get
They want to do something strange to you people.
So I kept my no parts. All my goodies are still intact. Ramona, I didn't say yes to none of it, Mona. No, Corey. No, me. I said no. Got all my no parts intact. So, Tone, I'm still a virgin.
Huh?
I'm still a virgin.
You're still a virgin?
Yes.
Yo, them white people on the prowl, they gonna find you one of these days, Kiki. They gonna get your no parts. Be careful. You know what I mean? Those people are out there. They want Kiki. You see how they try to lay out the red carpet for her. They try to get her right. You know what I mean? Here, we know what you like. Take some shots of tequila. You know what I mean?
Corey said the upside down pineapple. What does that mean? I did see that. What does that mean?
I keep hearing about this upside down pineapple. What the fuck is up with that?
Corey?
Where did you see that, Kiki?
There.
That's
there. Listen,
I think that has to do with the little, you know what I mean? That's why they were coming at you like that.
It was one on the hat, and then one like a logo that was right here. And guess what? The guy was telling me about it. I forget his name, but he was with his little girlfriend. They was telling me about it, but I don't know why.
They like to swing. They like to swing. The up down. So my understanding, the upside down pineapple is they like to swing a little bit.
But wonder why
you walked into their trap not knowing.
Nomi said, "Glad they ain't send zoo shots to you."
Oh my God! Nomi, they don't know about the zoo shots. Batman said they were going to ship her to Dubai. They were going to ship you to Dubai.
Yes.
Bruh, you gotta be more careful out this joint, bruh.
What's up, Cuzzo? She said, "What are zoo shots?" I have to send you a picture of it.
Whoa.
Zoo shots are these little glasses about this tall. They are. Hold on.
Listen, run.
Give me a second.
You hear zoo shot? Run, man. Listen, this is Nomi shit. That's Nomi shit. If you out anywhere and you see Nomi, she has them little glasses with her. It's dangerous. This is crazy. Look at this diabolical shit.
This is a zoo shot. This is a zoo shot. It was made by the zoo riders, who ordained and knighted Double Down riders to serve these shots. And what it is at the bottom of here, it is beer. It's beer. Here. But we use Angry Orchard around here.
No, it's on your fault, Nomi.
If you like beer, you use beer, and up here is the liquor your choice. And when you drink, it all mixed. And you, for real, I only suggest you have 2 of these 3 tops, because you will not make it to whatever event you're going to. It don't look daunting. So I know people who run from us when we come with these glasses.
I tried to avoid y'all on a couple occasions. I saw y'all out there. I know that Nomi, that's right, Nomi has it, and I'd be like, uh-oh, zoo shot. No, gotta go the other way. Gotta go the other way. Now, sometimes I get in a situation where I'll take a zoo shot. It's fine. They not easy. You guys like, you can't leave a drop in the cup or you fucked up. Tell everybody everything so they know, rightfully know. You cannot leave a drop in the cup. Nothing.
So Jackie, the rules are as follows. As soon as you touch the cup, it's yours. Once you start drinking it, you have 20 seconds to. I'm looking at text message. You have 20. Got the rules. I'm gonna show y'all the rules.
Nomi said it's double down, not Nomi. Nomi. Oh, what the fuck? You got rules printed out? Oh my God.
Rules. Tone, read them out.
God.
Read them, Tone, because I can't see.
So what? If you touch it, you drink it.
Yes.
Rule number 2, you got 20 seconds to drink it. Rule number 3, you cannot spill any. Rule number 4, you got to move it over a little bit. I can't see rule number 4. Yeah, right there. Now zoom in. Now zoom in to me a little bit, baby. You know what I mean? You said, okay, rule number 4, you cannot leave any liquor in the shot glass. Nothing. Rule number 5, no sipping. Take it to the head. And what else it says? You cannot double clutch. Once you start drinking.
This is double clutch. You can't put a break in the liquid. Okay.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You cannot bring the shot glass back down. There must be a continuous flow and hit it backwards until finished. Lean head back and drink till it's done. If you break any rules, lift it up a little bit more. You know what I mean? You must immediately do another shot.
And here's the back.
Any questions? Just drink. Enjoy the experience, Double Down Riders. These niggas got rules to this shit. They got rules to this shit, B.
There's rules. And these rules, listen, when we was at Loyalty Riders, this was on the door. If you cross the threshold, you take a shot. Everybody thought we was just doing some nah. I had people who avoided us the whole weekend. Weekend. Huh?
Because of that, they be avoiding you because they know how it is with the fucking rules. If you guess the if you cross the threshold, you must take a juice shot. This is why. Listen, people. If you see Kiki and her room door is open, or you see Nomi and they be like, yo, come on over here, let me holler at you. You step foot in that room, got him. You better take the drink.
Yes, Karan. Yes, and yes, laminated rules. Yes.
Yes, it's like a Boilermaker. But that cup though, that shot glass though, that shit is like next level shit, bro.
Yep. So anytime you see us, please pull up. It's just it's all love. And look, we will even house you on our floor.
I tell y'all, man, y'all got run from them zoo shots, bro. But sometimes they good though. I mean, it all depends on your move when you catch them. You know what I mean? I fortunately have not had to take 2 of them back to back. I used to get my one and done and get gone. You know what I mean?
We need to have a
conversation. You stick around and you have a couple of them motherfuckers. Yeah, all right. You gonna be like Kiki. You gonna be laying in that bed talking about, I just need a 5-minute nap with your coat on and your clothes on laying in the bed. I just need a 5-minute nap, and next thing you know, oh shit, I missed the party.
For sure.
See?
Yeah, no lie.
Siren, running back. Siren, stop it. Siren, go. Listen, you have to understand. It's more. Double Down is just more than just yo. You're not getting away. Siren will not let you get away. Siren will grab you and pick you up and carry you back to you. Bruh, it's a double down experience. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a double down experience, bro. That's all I got to say.
She said it's like a good time to me. Absolutely a great time.
Corey called them shot bullies. You got the shot bully. Damn it. Oh my God.
No, it's top shelf liquor.
No, it ain't
we don't have no headache. It's whatever your choice is. If you drink dark, we got a Hennessy for you. You drink tequila, we got a Reposado and a Blanco for you. You drink vodka, we got a Tito's or whatever whiskey, we got whatever you like. We got Jameson, we got the good one that tastes like nuts. It's like nuts.
Whoa, pause. Wait a minute. Use your throat muscles. Wait, pause. This is going another direction. Stop. Abort. No. Who let Simon in on this shit? Oh my God. Here we go. Oh my God. Yo, unbelievable.
So I have a question for you. So when I start hearing, I'm trying to understand where we at with all this, because I was hearing last year and the year before that we don't celebrate 4th of July. Only thing that we celebrate is Juneteenth. I seen a lot of celebrants.
My timeline was full of those people celebrating. And some of the same people was like, we only celebrate Juneteenth with the power fist in the air and everything like that. I seen y'all. I just sat back and seen y'all and was like, taking notes. It's none of my business, though. I'm not going to say nothing, but I saw you. I saw you niggas out there. It's the 250th anniversary. We partying. We outside. Some of you niggas was dressing up like Donald Trump.
And they had flags. A lot of people had flag regalia, attire, cosplaying as a flag, if you will. So I'm just asking, Tone, did we or did we not spin the block? Yes or no?
Yep. I just want to know because like Juneteenth was only like 2 weeks ago.
And nobody said nothing on Juneteenth. They had
this on cotton.
Them niggas was eating ramen on Juneteenth.
Niggas wanted to celebrate the 250th, Kiki. Them niggas was like, nah, we got proof from the past, niggas.
I'm not mad. Kiki's just got a few questions. That's it. Yes, Dip. Yes, Dip. Zoo shots. Yes, Dip. Yes. I definitely
zoo shots. All I'm gonna say is if we talk about the zoo shots, you gotta take it. You gotta try.
She said I dug zoo shots for 4 years and they finally got me. Hello, Nisha.
They got you. So Moet, you got to teach people the fucking how to duck it because you was able to duck it for 4 years. Damn, Mo. Mo was smart. She knew how to hide from y'all. She knew how to come and say, hi, how y'all doing? And then disappear without y'all giving a zoo shot. That is an art that needs to be studied right there because people don't get away from it.
She said
if you never tried a zoo shot, please be implored. When you see Double Down out somewhere, know that it doesn't matter where they go. It doesn't matter if they pull up on motorcycles. Those fucking glasses are there. Take one. I implore you. Take one. See what happens.
Okay, so Day said I lit fireworks on both days. I can see that.
I respect that though.
We're not going to miss a reason to cook out and blow shit up. Jackie said I went to work and wore my Juneteenth shirt. I had my Juneteenth flare. I had it. Nomi said I lit fireworks. Oh, I like it. Corcoran said, so my thoughts is we enjoy the day off and still give a middle finger to the Freedom 250 MAGA niggas.
Well, so
not the Old Navy flag shirts.
So I look at it like this. My brother was born on the 4th of July, so he's gonna celebrate his birthday. You know what I mean? Because he's always gonna celebrate. He was born on the 4th of July. Me and my thing. Here's my thing with fireworks. I mean, everybody can do what they want. I won't do it because here's how I look at it. Niggas went out and spent thousands of dollars or whatever you spent, right? Take that money and put it in a pile on the floor. Get yourself a lighter and set that shit on fire and just watch it burn. For me, that's why I stopped doing it. I got that concept and I was like, damn, nigga, I'm getting a couple minutes and you see some lights and shit. And then after that, it's just smoke. Nigga, I might as well just burn my money. So I won't buy fireworks no more. I ain't mad at motherfuckers that want to buy them and shoot them off. Hey, more power to you. But for me, I'm not spending my money on that, bro. That's just, come on, man. That shit is a hustle.
So were you by a television on 4th of July, Saturday rather, when they had did you get a chance to see them marching? All the people down there marching?
You talk about them people.
Yes.
Them people over there with the white mask and everything, with the mask on and was marching around and all that other shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I caught a glimpse of that. You know what I mean? I caught a glimpse of that. I mean, are we surprised though?
No.
I mean, it's a normal thing. You know what I mean? That you start to see shit like this now, and it is what it is, man. I mean, can we do that? Like as Black Panthers, can we do that same shit? Will we be harassed? Here's my gripe. I'm not mad at them motherfuckers. They want to walk around and they want to protest, they want to march and all that shit. But what's up with the mask though, bruh? Why are you hiding your fucking faces? Huh?
Look at that.
Because these are motherfuckers. Hold on. These are people that you laugh with. These are people that you probably work with. These are people from around the way. These niggas hide themselves so you won't see them. Stop being a coward. Take the mask off, man. Real shit. I don't even know what to say to this shit, Kiki. Give me your spin on that, honey.
Well, Mother Nature has something to say about it because she.
Wait. Hold on, so I was just informed that. Wait. This is irony. This is real funny. I was informed that when Mother Nature did her thing, they had to sit in the African American Museum. Really? That does not. You come to us for shelter? You come in our museum for shelter? Because what? You had your mask on. You was good. We was outside. What's that?
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
You know, Mother Nature is definitely a fucking female. Definitely. There's no question. Mother Nature is a female. She knows right from right and wrong from wrong. She gonna fuck shit up every time. Every time.
Mother Nature is a female on her cycle. The time she comes
so
to you.
who said that? What's her name?
Who,
What's
Jackie?
her name? Jackie said some real shit. They do that because they want to keep their jobs. Because we be on here and we laughing about people. We've talked about people losing their job for doing dumb shit. Like the old girl last week that stole the fucking the trash can and lost her fucking good job.
Yes.
Bitch, as you follow these niggas' motherfucking rule and put a mask on, you still have your job. Real shit.
Facts.
But that's some real shit she said. They only do that because they want to lose their job. It's the people you work with. It's the people you socialize. It could be your fucking neighbor for all you know. You never know. These niggas hide their face. We on the other hand, we don't hide shit. We like, yeah, bitch, it is.
They got hit. They definitely got hit. That if you do something out here and somebody catch your face, you are not gonna have your job.
No, pretty much. That's the first thing. That's the way the world is right now. Anything you do, you lose your job. You know what I mean? You gotta watch what you say. You gotta watch everything that you do. Because if not, you're gonna be jobless. It's real shit.
Corey said, if you file the right paperwork, yes, the Panthers can march. A day they say, no way black folks can walk around fully masked with glasses.
I'm just, what they say is right. Because, you do that, the police is pulling up like what y'all doing. You know what I mean? But you can see the difference. You know what I mean?
Well,
I don't know. Who would be down to try that shit, though? Who would be down to try that shit? I'm
going to give you my real answer. That is very unpopular these days, but I'm going to give you my real answer. Those things that they're doing, while offensive, is the rights that are afforded to us. Those are our rights. If you take theirs, you got to take ours. There's a saying in Jamaica that cat and dog don't have the same luck. That is true when it comes to white people and black people. But
that's very true.
The right is still ours. The beginning looks the same, the middle might be a little funny, the ending definitely gonna be different. However, it is a right. It is a right. So you just you look at that kind of stuff and you either get empowered by it, or you get motivated by it, or you get mad by it. Like, which is supposed to empower you or abstract some type of change. On how, it just, and then you got to realize where you are. It is a time right now. Like these people are empowered by our 45th and 47th. Sorry, they're empowered by 47 right now to do those things without consequence. On the day that we celebrate America's 250th birthday, on the day where the Jets, and that was a fucking hell of a show, by the way, if I can tell you.
Okay.
But, on that day they felt empowered, but Mother Nature had another idea, and I ain't mad at her.
So, like Congress said, Mother Nature was on Trump's ass all weekend. Mm-hmm. Hail at Mount Rushmore and torrential storms is a dude. You know what I mean? In D.C. Loved it. You know what I mean? What were the odds of that? Nigga, this dude is a buffoon. He is, I don't even want to get into it because it's like,
so right man, what's your opinion, sir?
So hold on. Who said that? Who said that about the fireworks and it causes it's PTSD?
Jackie.
Yeah, so for a lot of people, I get it. Y'all like shooting them fuckers off and everything, but there's some people that are highly triggered behind that shit, man. You know what I mean? And after a certain time, we understand it's your God-given right to shoot off fireworks. We're not disputing that. You know what I mean? But understand, you know what I mean? There is somebody in your neighborhood. It could be somebody you know that's highly, highly triggered on that shit, man. And it set a nigga off. Especially after a certain time at night. Y'all niggas is still blasting them joints off at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, bro. Y'all niggas is wilding, man. You know what I mean? My heart goes out to all the people that have PTSD from them fireworks, man.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right? Because it really
Yes.
fucks with it. Lord rest my dog, right? My dog Aria, God bless her soul. That little bitch was terrified of fireworks. And it was so bad she was trying to crawl in your lap and then try to get behind you and all that shit from all that shit and it's scaring him. And I couldn't go outside and tell people not to shoot him off, but the dog was terrified. It's no difference than people that was in the wars, you know what I mean? And experience that shit, experience shit like that and hearing that sound, it's triggering for them, man. You know what I mean? My heart goes out to y'all, man.
Not to mention, mine too, but not to mention, Tone, I live right by Andrews Air Force Base.
Oh my God.
And they're inside my home every other day. And when it's, the background noise behind a jet, you understand what that is, right? Imagine 4 or 5 of them. It is like 30 minutes of, and it scares me out of my sleep sometimes.
That's probably hard to really fucking deal with.
Man, yeah.
Especially if you're in a deep sleep and shit and you got to hear that fucking noise. Like, nigga, take the fuck off already. Get your fuck ass on somewhere. You know what I mean? Nigga said Jean-Luc Picard. Yeah, that's Mr. Picard right there. Mr. Picard is kind of quiet tonight, you know. Mr. Picard, how do you feel about the fireworks, brother?
I have no issue with them. So I have my neighborhood fireworks display.
Okay.
Which was fine.
Okay.
So I mean, it really depends on, I do agree there are people who are traumatized by fireworks based off of whatever experience they went through with it. Of course, they always say about around this time of year, through the news, they mention the fact that like dogs, you want to prepare your dogs for the fireworks display because they get triggered and things like that. So they're always afraid. So I have no problem with it. Tone, I don't get scammed by fireworks. I like good fireworks display.
But do you go out and purchase fireworks? Do you go out and purchase?
A long time ago. Back when Maryland was able to say, hey, you can do whatever the hell you want. But now it's like, oh, you gotta be safety and all this stuff. It's like, all right, fine, let me get the sparklers and call it a day. It's fun. It brings the little kid out of you from time to time, and some people do go overboard. I've seen the video of where someone, for whatever reason, got exploded their entire ensemble, in 15 seconds. So you just got to know, just read the directions and know what's going on. So, there's some that are nice and safe and fun for the family to play with. And then there's others who say, hey, let the professionals have it.
Well, even when the professional handle it, guess what happens? They
set bridges on fire. How the fuck you set the Brooklyn Bridge on fire? Yo, I saw that, Corey. I saw that, bro. Like, that shit set the bridge on fire. Y'all niggas listen. Yo, get like China. You start using the drones. You could use drones and not use fireworks because, after the next day, the fucking air quality fucking sucks. You know what? Hold on. Pardon me for a second. Fuck you too, Ali. Fuck you. Just fuck you. Fuck Ali. You know what I mean? Ali is a dick. Fuck Ali. You know what I mean? I hope he stubs his big toe when he come out the shower. He limp around. You know what I mean? I hope when he goes to take that shit, there's no more toilet paper.
Look at this. Look at this.
Burning the goddamn bridge. Burning the goddamn bridge. Look at that shit. And still shooting on fireworks in the background. Y'all trying to melt that shit. God damn. God damn it. Look at that shit. That made no goddamn sense. But it's in New York, so it don't surprise me. Nothing that comes out of New York surprises me. Nothing. Yo. Yo, white man. Batman asked, "Do you have a flag on your front porch?"
No.
Oh,
My neighbor does. My neighbor got a big one.
oh, he got a big one.
My neighbor got a big one.
Yo, so in my neighborhood, let me get this, in my work neighborhood, right? 'Cause that's not my neighborhood, but in my work neighborhood, yo, they come past and they put flags in front of everybody's house.
For 4th of July.
Mm-hmm. The whole community, the whole in Herndon period, in the town of Herndon, they go around and they put flags in front of everybody's house.
What you do with yours? Are you obligated to leave it there, or are they just trying to give you a little?
Oh, I kind of like
Here's a
stepped on it.
gift. Here's a
I kind
gift.
of like stepped on it and it broke. So it's just fun. I don't give a fuck.
So, what's your reason for stepping on it? Let's talk.
It was an accident. It was dark. I didn't see it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Today's show is sponsored by
Zoo Shots. Go ahead and get yourself one. Change your perception of life real quick.
Zoo.
Zoo. All right. Okay, so what's going on here in these comments, bro? What's
Okay,
going on?
Jackie said we need. Okay, let's go back because Batman and Jackie like they were having a
Yeah,
nice
have a little dialogue.
correspondence.
I like that.
Batman says, "I don't care what white people do. What are we gonna do?" Jackie follows up and says, "This is what I want to know, Batman. The masses are still focused on being accepted and or hell bent on making pink people understand how oppression hurt us. They don't care. They're oppressors. They're oppressors."
Mm. Mm.
And then he said, "They never will, sis. We have to care about ourselves." Then she says, "We need to, though." Jackie says, "We need to, though, because so many of us are in situations with them and fail to realize if they had to choose between their life and the life of their mixed children, they will turn away without hesitation." Some will stand with their families, but those that chose to be biracial. Hold on, those who chose to be in biracial relationships to piss their family off won't. There's no lie there.
Okay. Well, all right. Let y'all keep your dialogue going because we talk about this all the time here. And, you know, when does the talk stop being talking and it's action behind the words?
Well, I have a bigger beef because I was scrolling Facebook the other day, and one of my people on my timeline posted the Maryland results for the county's percentage for who voted.
Yeah.
We spent so much time arguing and going back and forth about a feeling, and there's no footwork because PG County, the numbers were astounding. White man, if you could find those percentages for the primaries, if you can, I'd appreciate that. I wish I had a screenshot of it so I could send it to you, but they close. So we do all this, and then the time that we have to go and affect change, we didn't do it. Like the percentages are, honestly, it's disgusting. The people who sat on their high parts and then to go and do anything, but this is what we're talking about. And we preached this thing for the last 7 years. We've been preaching about how important primary elections are as opposed to the big one. And a lot of people out here, I even noticed, I don't know about you, did any of you guys see on your timelines the I voted stickers this year? Because I didn't see very many. Did you?
I didn't see none. I know I voted. I mean, but it's not like it was. It's more so when it's the bigger elections. Then you see everybody posting, "I voted." You know what I mean? And like you said, you wish that people would give that same energy every time it comes time to vote. You know what I mean? So,
white man, what about you? Did you happen to notice or run across any people on your timeline? I mean, a lot of people or very little? That's not to say. Let me be clear. Sorry, it's not to say that because you didn't posted that you didn't vote. I'm not suggesting that. Okay. So go ahead.
Personally, I did not see a lot of that because it's just the primary. So I know a lot of people will be more focused once the general election shows up. So so yeah, that's how I see it. Now what you want to try to show? Like I know you want
the percentages. They had the results, like the percentages of the by counties who voted, who got out to vote and who didn't. But I think they did it based upon the census.
So, so is there a way? You know what I mean? Because I got some questions now that voting is over and everything like that. I got some questions. I got a question, and not to, you know what I mean. The person I would like to talk to, somebody get OT on. I want to talk to OT. I got some questions for him, right?
Okay.
You know what I mean, and some legitimate questions that I have now. And unfortunately, he didn't get nominated. You know what I mean? Which it happens. You know, but here's my thing for that though, and I think we had, remember a couple years back, we had that Bama on here that came on the show, and he was trying to get elected for something, and my question to him was, what are you going to do if you don't get elected? Do you still, does the fight continue for you? Do you still try and still keep giving back to your community and doing what you got to do? Or do you fall off? And I don't think I really got an answer from that, Bama.
He said, you got an answer. He said, you keep going. And then that next year we saw him butt naked on a boat with, I think he in the thruple or something now. Which is not to say.
There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? He got caught with the upside down pineapple people got him. The upside down pineapple people got him.
He was sitting, look, his face was sitting beside a girl with a thong on, a thong bikini on, her booty sheets, and he was sitting next to her. That just didn't look like Martian to me.
So now someone, I would like to, this is my question I want to ask OT. Since things didn't go the way he had hoped for them to go, where does he go from here? What is his next steps? Because does he just give up and just like, fuck this shit, y'all do whatever y'all do, or does his fight continue? Those are the questions I have for some of these people. Because you see a lot of people come in and they're like one-hit wonders, like old boy was. You gung-ho, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then you don't win, but your fight stops there. So what were you fighting for in the beginning? Why were you fighting? That's my question I want for OT.
I'll just send him the link. Let's see if he'll pick up. Let's see if he'll.
Because we didn't. So here's the thing: we didn't really get to talk about that since he, you know what I mean, and have him on and talk to him. But I want to know. You know what I mean? I'm curious to know. This will be my question for most people who didn't win, right? I know there probably were other people in there, but those are my questions to the ones that didn't win. You want to come in and you want to make it seem like you all about your community, and you're fighting hard, and you say all the right things when it's election time, when you're campaigning. You say all the right things and you mean all the right things. Is that just something you're saying, or is that something that you truly believe and you're going to demonstrate that and continue on, even though you lost, you're going to still continue on and gain more supporters over the time, whoever's sitting in office over that time? You know what I mean? I just want to know. I'm just curious. I'm curious.
Okay, so he declined. He did answer. He said no. He said he can't. He just declined. So
okay. Okay.
But I remember that guy. It just, when you got a passion like that, when you got you got your foot forward, you got your thought is for your people, but you don't have the right following, or you don't have the right money, or you don't. And I find that to be the case a lot of times. The people who really, really care, they don't have the means. They don't have the popularity. That's what I find. And the people who have it, have the means, they have, enough Facebook followers or enough subscribers to wherever they are, they end up getting ahead, and they just end up doing the same thing the last person or the place that they took. They sitting there sucking the money or sucking the just sitting.
But does that make you want to fight harder? Kiki, does that make you want to fight harder to get those people out of office that you know don't belong there? Are you going to put in that work? You know what I mean? Because somehow or another, they got the followers, and if you're out there grinding in the neighborhood and giving back to the community like you so-called love and you preach about, does it stop because you lost?
It does. It don't. I would say it doesn't stop, but it feels like when you in. It feels like to me, there maybe the end result is there are no good people. You know what I'm saying? Because we get the same thing over and over and over again. And then you find people who get in there and they start realizing how sweet it is. Here's an example. Let me parallel this. I see people who be working so hard to get a job, right? They desperate and they need to work so bad. And then once they get hired, they fall off. They feel like they don't have to work as hard no more, or they feel like sometimes you get into a job and it's sweet, or you don't really got to do a whole bunch, and all you got to do is the bare minimum. And before, when you had nothing, you signed up to do everything, and now that you're in here, you change your mind. I think that is a mentality that I see in politics.
Well, I agree with that wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? It gets sweet. You know you're guaranteed to win. These people want to keep you in there, whatever the case may be. But I'm talking about for the ones that don't have it. Does that make you want to work harder? And because you, as on the outside, you can see this motherfucker's just thinking it's sweet. He ain't trying. And there's somebody that's hungrier that's going to do the job better than you. Do you quit? Do you stop? Do you not? Everything you were preaching, do you stand behind it and still push forward with it, even though that you lost? You know what I mean? This is my question I have.
Okay.
And it's for a lot of people. It's not to bash you or nothing like that. That's a genuine question. You know what I mean? That I would like a genuine answer for. You know?
So Siren says he really kept going. Jackie says, I go. She said, I do. I go to every single election, and anytime I move, I make sure I know where the poll is and re-register if I have to. Corey says, all you have to do is regroup, learn the plan, regroup and learn and plan. He has 2 years.
Yeah, okay.
Together. Batman said he will continue to build and expand the nonprofit Men of PG County and run again.
See, I respect that. So that there, yeah, I respect that. You know what I mean? Because you still have to have action because you're in there, and obviously he was very passionate about that, right? Clearly he was passionate about it. I just want to make sure that passion if you got 2 years, you giving this man 2 years to grind and double his presence out there. You know what I mean? Let these people know. It's like letting these people know I'm not going nowhere. I'm right fucking here. But you have a lot of people like old boy that was on the show. He had all the right answers.
Yeah.
And then when he didn't win, this nigga went that way and was on some other shit. Like, nigga. So I'm gonna ask you people. When you out here and you campaigning, all right, I get you, but does it sound good for right there so you can get into that sweet spot? Or do you really plan on bringing change?
Well, that Batman called that man out on his tail when he was there. He just kept telling him like straightforward. As I look at OT, right? OT got a whole big MC knowing. I don't want to say following because that I don't like to say followers, but he got support of the MC, right? We all know OT personally. We all know him personally, and I think when you know a person and you see how they care, he cares for nothing. He cares for free. He does these things on his own time. He cares from experience. He cares for people who experience the same thing, and that's just the way he is. And I feel like our support is just not enough. And the way those campaigns was running, the way I seen him on like some flyers, and it started to look very, very political, very professional. The traction starting to grow. You know what I'm saying? So I implore everyone who knows OT, everyone who, if you believe in what he's talking about, if you experience his positivity, if you experience his work, whenever you see those things, if all you can do at your bedside is share, that goes far. If you believe in what he's doing, get behind him and support him because he's one of the people for real. And it was PG County, I think, that he was trying to affect change in, which we need. So if y'all we talk about it.
It's like I said, you know what I mean? Now that the election is over, you know what I mean? Does the work start? Does he continue the work and keep grounding and grinding and grinding and grinding and grind for 2 years and make it happen? Or will you be somebody that just tends to drift off into the sunset? You know what I mean? And the next election come up and, you're not there. You know what I mean? I'm just curious to know that. I'm curious to know that. So that's what it is. All right, Kiki.
Hey, Slomo, what up?
Yeah. Slow Mo was there. I mean, Slow Mo was saying, okay, if we are talking about who I think we are, he didn't have a good ground game at all. He didn't promote himself well. I think everywhere I looked at, he was there. But you have to remember when you're saying he didn't promote himself well, he didn't have the money like these bigger campaigns had. He had to work with what he had. You know what I mean? When you got these big campaigns and these things just dropping big bread in your lap and you see them all over the place, that's these people with the big money, the boosters or whatever the fuck they are. They got money that could flood into this person. He didn't have that. You know what I mean? He went out and did what he had to do with what he had. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at it.
That is why a lot of moderate politicians are trying to promote campaign reform, campaign finance reform, because they want people to expose what they have, because they know full well it's like they're getting funded by some booster, some corporate booster, to continue their campaign, when it really is like when you got a lot of good up and comers who want to promote new unique changes and new ideas and things like that, but you still got this old guard that's stuck in their ways and they keep staying there because of the fact it's like, hey, they got the money to stay there. And like you said, if you don't have enough funds to continue with your campaign, it's going to be difficult. And sadly in this day and age, it's a finance game and it's ridiculous. I try to support, outside of this area, a lot of new young, as a lot of people are saying now, the socialist Democrats or Democrat socialists, whatever verb you want to say. But these are young minded people who have like the same energy as AOC, and it feels like, yeah, you need that new representation. You want someone who's ultra hungry, ultra wants to see something different and new. None of these MAGA people, because all they want to do is bitch, moan, and complain and do nothing. But these, these new, young, vibrant Democratic people, or those are outside the between the two, the sad thing is they're not financially, backed it. That's the real, they do the grassroots and stuff like that. And now that, using GoFundMe and things of that nature, but unfortunately, all those old schoolers, they already, once they're in that seat, they can be there for life, which is unfortunate because they have now the financial backing to stay there as long as they could.
Well, that's okay. So that's a problem there, because you shouldn't be there for life. I think you should be able to run a certain amount, just like maybe 1 term, 2 terms, and then move on, and somebody else come in. You know what I mean? Because how does change? Because then it falls in what Kiki was saying, that people get relaxed. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm not going nowhere. I ain't gotta do shit. I got the people behind me that's paying for it, and that's it. I'm not giving back to my community. I'm not doing anything. You know what I mean? And that's a problem. I think really, you know what I mean? You should be allowed 2 terms, and after that you can't run. Go find something else to go run, but you can't run back here no more. And this way it constantly brings new people in. You know what I mean? New people are constantly coming in instead of the same person there that's been there 30, 40, 50 fucking years. And nothing has changed and the area is declining. That's what I'm saying. My 2 cents.
I think too with OT is a person that I think can't be bought. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he can be flipped. I think that his passions, again, the things that he was going for, these small little things that we take for granted or we don't think about, he was fighting for. You know what I'm saying? He's just fighting for a seat for us to have a voice because he sees that. But I feel like Scooter said that he just didn't have the MC. He had other constituents, and I feel like you have these constituents, but you also have people who hate harder, because I think a lot of times when people that's good, like Batman was saying to the guy before, you want to come in this thing, you want to come with all this righteous stuff. There's people who will fight harder to not have you there. It scares people when new fresh people come in. And I'm gonna give you an example, because where I work now, there's changes going on where I work, and what we had is what we knew. When new people are coming, everybody's scared, everybody's shaking, because you don't know what they're gonna bring. So some people will fight harder for comfortable to stay rather than to invite and to welcome new. And I think OT is a person that just he stand on all 10, and you're not gonna be able to move him on a lot of the stuff. So I think he's not gonna be able to be bought.
Okay, hold on.
Batman, I sent you the
sent
link,
it to him?
Batman. I sent it to him.
Because I was trying to send it to him.
I sent it to him already. Batman, check your text message.
Yeah, we both sent it to him. You know what I mean? I'm just, like I said, it's not to, I'm not here to. I see what the brother did. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And but I want to know. It's like I've asked this question before. I will ask other constituents, other people that is running. What's your plan now after you lost? After not winning, does it stop now, or do you continue? Is this when the grind really starts to happen? When you really out there grinding? You know what I mean? I hear Slow Mo saying his ground game wasn't, the best. You know what I mean? I don't live out there, so I don't know. I don't live out there. I can't tell you because I don't. I live in Virginia. But what I'm asking is, since for you people out there, you know what I mean? Is there a way that should he be out on the ground right now, hustling for the future? You know what I mean?
Okay. Batman
That is my
said,
question now. Should he be out there grinding right now if this is what he truly is passionate about and what he truly wants to do? You know what I mean?
Batman said for his first time running, he did excellent. He had money. He had me. He didn't have us. Corey says District 25 was a very crowded arena for folks running. Being in touch and put in that area is key in being picked. Slow-mo says that's when you go grassroots and hug and kiss babies. And Batman said Slow-mo, he did have a ground game. He said since Slow-mo came back and said greet folks at the metro station and shake hands. And he says he begs to differ about him having a ground game. And so, Corey says, Bawafo, or however you spell it, is going to hurt the county. I think that's who won.
Is that the guy that won?
Yes.
Okay. You know what I mean? But so for you to live out there, Batman is out there. You know what I mean? You out there. Y'all are out there in PG, right? For you people out there, you know what I mean? Is he going to? Did y'all see him out there? I'm just curious to know. Batman said he had all that. He worked hard. You know what I mean? And from what I saw, from what I'm saying, from the state I lived in, I see him working. Was it enough? Not when you got big bank behind you. Like you heard what Batman said. He had me, but he didn't have us.
Mm-hmm. And two, I think in those arenas, when you get endorsed by somebody that's already in the game, some people don't even check your Carfax. They just go along because for real,
they go by what's familiar.
Yeah, they like Tone know I'm back. We good. They don't check your Carfax. They trust Tone's word.
Yeah, no, it don't work. You know what I mean? It don't work like that. But now, okay, so that's my question now is, okay, some people are starting to know him or need to know him. But if you don't stay on that grind right now, you know what I mean? Well, people will tend to forget who you are. Does he continue to grind to start getting these other people where they start to become familiar with his name and his face, like the big time people that are winning? Does that grind continue? Or does it get halted?
Corey said, follow the track of AOC and the new breed and see how they had to fight and get recognized on the lower levels to make it to where they are now.
I'm gonna check that out. I'm curious to know. I mean, one thing I'm gonna say is he was a brother, right? I gotta give this much. This man was incarcerated, came out and he did some fucking positive things. I gotta give him that. You know what I mean? He stands behind what he believes. You can't make him feel any other way. He's gonna stand behind what he believes in. I respect that. You know what I mean? The average person, you gotta respect that. So, you know.
I sent it to
data
him.
centers, yo, them data centers, bruh, fuck them data centers, man. I'm telling y'all, that shit is, man, listen, I'm in Virginia and they popping up like motherfucking weeds around here. Like weeds. They're everywhere. Especially out here where I'm at now for work. They popping up like weeds left and right. You know what I mean? Like that shit is crazy.
Well, I do see people on the ground, the boots on the ground. People are protesting. They don't want them. They're saying it. I see them on the
But
news
when
every
you're
morning.
protesting, you may be protesting saying, "Hey, I don't want this shit here. This shit is garbage." You know what I mean? I don't want it here, but you ain't got the money they got. This is a big money thing for them. You know what I mean? There's big money in this. I mean, no matter how hard you fight, it's not gonna stop.
You got to think about where they're putting them. There's a lot of movies out around about this type of stuff. Like Power Lines is one of them. Like those movies where those centers they have negative effects. When you have those centers, it's negative things that happen to the people that inhabit those neighborhoods, and people are saying it. And if we live in the country that we live in, you have the right to say no. You have a right to everything is supposed to be done for real in the name of helping people. It's supposed to be about us. It's supposed to.
True.
White man, what's your take on the data centers? No, me say not
I'm a mixed person with it. I understand it's a form of job creation, and everything. I just feel like there a lot of people need to do full research on it, how good and bad it is. I think those who are complaining how bad it is the fact of, power consumption and it's a new job that not a lot of people are fully into because it's, computer based and things of that nature. So it feels like it's like, oh, where's those manufacturing jobs? I need to build cars or whatever. That's kind of what they want, but I don't know. I'm in between with it. I feel like I said it's needed. It's good for the modern day world. I just think where its place is the key thing, and it's in weird. It's kind of weird where it's placed at. I would understand if it's like in desert land, like you take it in Arizona or Vegas. I've seen them in like Vegas. It's like Vegas is the desert. You put them there, cover them up with some solar panels. Trust and believe Nevada will be fully charged for the next 20, 30 years. If you place it somewhere like it's not interrupting, forestry or neighborhoods and things like that, unless they're small, not like the real huge ones, a lot of people are fully complaining about, then it would be okay. So
it's like China. China's building them fuckers underwater because you got to keep these data centers cool. The cooling systems
that's the key thing. That's why, that is why a lot of it takes up a lot of power because like a lot of people need to know is like with a computer, especially in my line of work, we have to deal with something sort of like a mini version of that where we have like these big towering computers because that's pretty much what those data centers are made of, is these towering, very huge computers that are taking up a lot, data and stuff like that. You need them cool almost 24 hours a day, 365.
But that's why China had the fucking key of building them joints underwater and having them joints underwater and let the water cool them joints off themselves. That's natural cooling. That was just smart. But out here, they're not being smart like that. They putting them up
because again, it's a new thing here. It's something where again the United States has always been playing catch up with a lot of things that have already been well into a place, and especially when it started from the Far East. So again, you're playing catch up. So if we're gonna say, well, we can't place them underwater because of whatever issue you're claiming to have. And especially when we have EPA and things and people on agencies that nature trying to block it and stuff like that, you got to find ways to be innovative and try to fix this. So there's ways. It takes some time for it.
First off, we got Batman backstage. Batman is backstage. He wants to hop on. Corey, that scenario is right. Like one of my coworkers, you know what I mean? For his property, he has some property, and they came through and offered the Bama like 20 mil, and the nigga sold. You know what I mean? And sold it, and subsequently now they're building a data center on his property. What's going on, Batman?
What up,
All at
though?
me, man.
What up?
What's
What up?
going on? All at me, man.
Now, Kiki, if I go on, pull me back.
Okay.
I met OT about, it's been close to 10 years. I met OT on Kiki Live's morning show
Mm-hmm.
when she used to do her Facebook Live.
Yeah.
I never seen OT a day in my life. However, when I seen the brother and I heard him talk, I knew that he was a hood nigga, just like me.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he did time, just like me.
Mm-hmm.
However, I knew that he had characteristics that were solid and profound. So I built a relationship with him, starting with the Kiki Live morning show.
Mm-hmm.
Now, scripture teaches that a prophet is not respected in his hometown. I ain't saying that nigga's a prophet. I'm saying that when people that you grew up with or know you and all that, they're not really going to support you like that. It's people on the outside who don't know you, who don't know who you used to mess with and all that kind of stuff, that's going to give you support. So when I met the brother, as in you, Tone,
Yep.
when I see people that I believe in, that I know is thorough, I'm going to back them no matter what.
That's true.
Now, and I ain't trying to go on and on, but I really want to say this because OT is not going to come on. So when my son died, my oldest boy died, you remember that, Kiki?
Yes.
Out of all the people that I have affected through my personal touch, support, finances in the MC world and in PG County, which I'm not from, OT was at my son's funeral. You understand me? When I had this ischemic event, or what they call a light stroke or whatever, when I came to my senses, that nigga was in the chair in front of my bed 2 days straight.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, when it comes to his political convictions, yeah, he a serious dude. He a street nigga. He a clown just like the rest of us. Like the clown, joke around, drinking, blah, 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 blah. But when it comes to his political convictions, they were very real.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I knew they were real because of the things he did prior to running for office. I begged him to run for office. I stayed in his ear to run for office because I knew it was in him. But he did several things through the Men of PG County nonprofit that he started.
Yep.
He did several things, several programs, from CDL training to expungement registration to get your record expunged. Several of those things that niggas didn't show up to.
Yep. Adopting families too. He was adopting families for
Absolutely.
Like,
I done
yeah.
did about 8 things with him already since we started that nonprofit that niggas just don't show up to. So I said it to say, I haven't talked to Slow-Mo, so I don't know what you specifically mean when you say he didn't have a ground game. But one thing I do know from the inside is that the politics of it, he's not going to play. The surveys that they were sending him to ask him questions to send him huge PAC money. But he's not going to answer them games. He's not going to play in that matrix. That's why it takes us to do it. So the reason he's not going to come on, because I know him, he's not going to come on is because during his campaign, he did not come on. The MC community, the homies, my niggas, and all that stuff that we talked did not show up during his campaign. Therefore, those who are in the game already, because it's all a game. This politics stuff is a game. It's theater. You got to play by some of the rules in order to win. in order to not play by their rules and win, you got to have the numbers. And I'm not talking about just money, because not to overstep my balance, but he had me backing him. So he had that hands down. And I ain't trying to brag or talk foolishness or above my pay grade or anything like that. But he had that part solid. He did not have the numbers.
Okay.
When he broke his ankle, he was able to put up a few signs. But he wasn't able to get around to as many places as he could with a broken ankle as he would have been without one. In addition, when it came to working the polls, because 95% of people who vote only do it by name recognition only. Niggas don't know what's going on. They don't care what's going on. So I say that to say, just like I've been saying for years, that's why I boldly say it. I've been saying for years that Real Talk Uncensored should be at least on Tubi by now. But niggas don't show up.
I agree.
When it comes to one of us running for a political seat, we gotta show up. That is my point. What say you to these
I got a couple
things?
questions for you, Batman. I got a couple
Yes, sir.
questions for you. So, when you state the MC community didn't show up for him, are we talking about in Maryland, period, or just Maryland? We're talking about. Are we speaking that, or are we speaking in advance of the whole community, or is it just PG County?
Just PG County, because everybody couldn't vote.
That's fair
Only
enough.
the people that could vote in PG County, would have mattered.
You have to live in PG County to vote for PG County.
Absolutely,
Okay.
that's a fact. However,
okay.
When it came to creating a buzz, because in order to make anything expand, you need to be able to create a buzz. Real Talk should be national. I'm gonna get off of that, Tone, but not yet.
No, you don't get off of that because you've been on that. You've been saying that.
I've been on that for a minute.
So for
And
y'all
the
that
reason
don't know, Batman has
I
been
talk
saying
this
this for years.
shit like this is because I'm willing to do what is necessary to make it happen. I'm willing to do my part, and I'm not on the show. But I'm willing to do my part because I believe in it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. You know what I mean?
It ain't for nobody to kiss my behind or none of that, man. It's I believe in what I am seeing. And if you believe in it and you bought this black love stuff that niggas talk after zoo shots, then you would put your resources up and put your body in place to make it happen.
That's true.
So okay, jumping back on it, now that he, you know what I mean, unfortunately, he didn't win, does the work continue? Is the motivation there to say, okay, I tripped and fell, or I didn't make my what I want to do. Now am I going to grind harder to get to where I want to go? Because we clearly know the people in the office that's in there now aren't going to do shit like he would do. You understand what I'm saying? They just sit there and they're going to ride out them 2 years with all, you know what I mean, whatever. You know what I mean? Will he take advantage of these next 2 years and then put in the work that's necessary? Because outside of the community, outside of the MC community in PG County, what else is he doing to gain traction is what I'm trying to say. Is his name to be a household name?
He's going to continue to build and expand on the nonprofit men of PG County. At this point in the game, Tone, we're doing more than just having the weekly conversations with men.
Okay.
It's gone a little beyond that. We're working with the court system now and a few other things. It's growing. It's expanding.
So Corey asked you, Corey said, I'm in PG and I couldn't vote for him. You had to live in District 25 to truly vote for him. Is that true?
That is correct.
Okay.
But
Naomi said she didn't.
What I'm saying, Soldier, is we needed to create a buzz. All it takes is numbers of people to do that. For Real Talk Uncensored to be known around Maryland and then around the country, all it takes is a buzz.
Yeah, like a hashtag. You catch fucking
Yeah.
you catch it on, it goes on. So
Yeah.
here's my question: what does District 25 look like? What area in PG County is District 25?
That's like District Heights, like up there where T Mac lives. That whole area around there.
Oh, so like Sea Pleasant around that area, and that like
Yeah.
Sea Pleasant and stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay, so that's predominantly,
It's us.
you know,
It's
us.
it's us, right?
So I want to emphasize that we weren't, every one of us could not vote. However, we could have all chipped in to make an impact on creating the buzz.
I now I see what you're getting at. Now I understand what you're saying. Now I understand what you're saying. So in other words,
you could take any artist, Tone, anybody that can rap or can't rap, and bring a buzz around them. And that's how you build their platform. That's what white folk do. They find a nigga, they put money behind them, and they build a platform for them and create a buzz. Next thing you know, they got a record deal. You understand what I'm saying, Kiki?
Yeah, I got where he's coming from.
Same formula. So when things are done like a Real Talk live boat cruise, it should be packed out.
Hashtag
that.
It should be packed out.
That's something that, see, Batman just broke that news, but for y'all that don't know, Batman has been in the background, pushing this. And so this boat, yeah, that's something that's going to happen, because this is a great idea. Y'all buy your tickets to get on the fucking boat with us and see how we do this shit in live, in person.
And all I want,
that's something different.
And all I want, Tone, as I told you personally, man to man, all I want is to see it happen.
Yeah.
You know what? Funny thing is, and that's what he's been saying. And these are not made up stories. We've been doing this now. What, Kiki? What, 5-6 years, so something like that. Mm-hmm. And for that time, he's been very adamant about that type.
No one can say anything about the white man. I'm tired of that white man talk. The white man hold us back, so on and so forth. When I first met Kiki, that's all I talked.
Mm-hmm.
Racism, white supremacy. No, now it's us. We have the power and the resources to create everything we need to create for us. Mm-hmm. We just don't do it.
Fair enough. That's fair enough, man. Appreciate you, Batman.
Batman out.
Yeah.
Go somewhere, but don't go nowhere.
That was good dialogue. See?
PJ just came on and said the simplest thing people could have done to spread his name was just simply share one of his posts. Imagine you being 30 people in one day sharing his post and you seeing his views over and over again. Then he said people too lazy to share but can share ignorant shit all day. This is true.
It's true.
But you know what? Let me say this, PJ. I'm gonna tell you something. And I realized this when I remind people and I send invitations for people to support the show. What I get is people feel pressured, like, you know, me resending it every time is me, they don't want to say nothing or they apologize or something. And I said, no. I'm just doing my part. I'm marketing, I'm sending my part out. And if you can't catch it, you can't catch it. Because this show right here comes on, we ideal for some, and then we ideal for none. So what you're trying to do is catch those ones that appreciate the dialogue, they appreciate what we bring to the fold every time, and they will be kind enough. I usually say at the end, please like and share because of the buzz thing. I didn't make the rules up for the algorithm. I didn't make the rules on how you're supposed to do this thing. However, I feel like I share people's stuff for no reason. I believe in something. Now listen, just because you're my friend, I ain't sharing it. Like if I'm not behind it. But a lot of my friends, they're not stupid, they're not silly, they usually talk some shit that I can get behind, that I can share and support. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a lot of work to do. It's a lot of work to put yourself out here to not be appreciated or to try to find your niche, or try to find your target audience. It's not easy because times change, people change, and the way we look at it, which I'm gonna bring up one thing too, which shows what we're talking about is the whole when NDRE, this is a side note, but I'm a parallel it. NDRE made a post
I saw
about
that. I saw that.
Young Miami song, and people are dogging her for the post. She's clearly saying, like, we got to do more than this. This is not a good song. This is not good for our people. Like, we are getting in fucking trouble trying to be popular with this dumb shit. But then the people who you think is going to get behind it, because she's right.
She's right. I don't dispute that. She's right.
At her neck.
But exactly.
Go ahead.
Huh?
I said, go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing with you.
No, it's just and that is the experience. I think that that can turn you off because once again, like I said earlier, OT is not going to be sold. He's not going to do things that just to get because a lot of us can go viral today. We can go viral right now, Tone. If me and you do what everybody else is doing, we act a fool, we sit on here and I show a boob or I twerk we can go viral today. This show can be wherever it can be if we say the things because this is a game too. This whole internet thing is a game too. When you sit here and you look at it every single day, all people do is do what the news do. They find one thing and everybody does a different version of that one thing. We are consistent in what we're doing. We even with the year we took off, we come back and we are consistent in what we're doing. And right now, that's not somebody's niche. However, we don't change to fit. Our time will come. The fit will come for us. And I feel like,
of course, I agree with you. I don't want to jump on the bandwagon of what the trend is right now to make us popular because that's not who we are.
Right.
We stick in our lane and we stay true to what we do. You know what I mean? And I agree with you. I think our time is going to come one day. Our time is going to come, and it's going to be right where it needs to be. Batman has been very adamant about this show. Could be on Tubi, but I agree. It could be something big. It could go somewhere, but that means that we would have to play the game the way they want us to play the game, and we can't play it the way we want to play it. You understand what I'm saying? You would have to. Kiki
I disagree on that statement. I feel like I can tell the difference where certain people follow a certain thing. If you look at perfect example right now is Breakfast Club. I saw how before they got on Netflix or even before they even got on iHeart, it was kind of like you guys. They were very raw. They were very out there with their comments and things of that nature and their dialogue. They even got personal. It got to the point where, Charlemagne and DJ Envy got at each other because of their, whatever issues they had. But once they got into quote unquote corporate America, like people would say, or everyone would say they sold out or what have you, they have to cater to a certain type of thing. And I understand that. But at the same time, another show I would add is Ebro, Laura, and Rosenberg. Since they got kicked out of their Hot 97 gig and now they're doing YouTube and stuff like that, things are vibrant for them because they're very open of what they need to say and how they want to say things because they were really constricted. And I felt like I liked their show a lot more now than I did with the Breakfast Club because of the fact is like they were really restricted on a lot of things that they really wanted to say because of the fact of that corporate structure they were in the cage for. Mind you, I think Tubi is the be all for a lot of people, and it's of course but again, you have to be prepared to change certain things, and mind you, it may change your personality, may change your attitude about a lot of things, but be prepared as you climb the ladder of success. There are a lot of things you have to be prepared to change for.
That's true.
And I get that, but then I feel like you changing who you are to satisfy corporate America And how is that?
True.
How are you doing a justice to your true fans that were there from you from the bottom, and you changing yourself to fit in? You know what I mean? Fuck
listen,
that.
it's not about fitting in. It's just like, as long as, like Dave Chappelle is the perfect example. He declined a bigger salary to continue his show. He ended his show just saying, "I'm good," because he didn't change anything. As long as the main thing here is like you having the full control of not just the show, but you as a person. And as long as you still have that, pretty much, anyone can throw you a bunch of money in front of you, and it's just like, hey, we got this for you if you did this, this, and this. And it's like, no, I'm good. I'm willing to, if you're willing to end anything, with someone gave you billions of dollars right in front of your face, that proves the fact that you stayed the course for yourself. So.
I agree with you. For you to have these things on your terms, I believe it's got to be just like Batman is saying, with the buzz and with the people doing it, as opposed to somebody handing you things. Because with $1 billion or with $1 million or with these offers for Netflix and these things, there's constrictions, and they will change your format. I have Tone is my witness, and so is White Man is my witness. I have paid people to do things for us where this show is concerned, because this ain't my area. All I do is get on here and I talk. I try to learn through the people who ain't gatekeeping, the people who will share. This is how you do this.
Right.
I haven't had many people say, "Let me help you. Let me show you how this is done." I've tried through these young people that I know. I tried through people who I see have a certain format that I like on, like, how to do this. There's some people who do share, but it's not their job. I pay people, and that ended up differently. I pay people whose job it was to help us to send this out, to send these things out, to make these shorts, to do this. I put money and I've lost out. So it's this game right here, because of the elevation and how fast people can do this, and the money starts coming. People are literally sitting on the secrets. They're still like, we can guess and we can see what works. But only thing I know, because I'm from Michigan, first of all, I'm a Capricorn, second of all, and I'm a hustler, third of all. I do everything with my elbow grease. I do everything with my knuckles in the dirt. I do. Tony tell you, I do 19 things a day, and I check them all off. The people in my life can tell you that. That's all I know how to do. So when I ask people, how can I simplify this? If you give me let me pay you. I'm not asking you to do it for free. Let me pay you. Can you help me? Because that's all I know how to do. I have people right now who tell me, "I got you. I'm backing you. I'll give you, I'll help you. We can do this and do that." But I look around. I don't know where to turn. I don't know what to do with that except for the show. All I know how to do is to show up. So all I know how to do is show up. So
I don't mean to cut you off, Kiki. That's me. I know how to show up. I know how to show up and put on the show and do the show and do what I'm supposed to do when I sit here. When it's time, when it's go time, I know how to click it on and do it. But a lot of that other shit, to sit there and know all that shit, like Nomi asked him, she was like, "Can we talk and find a way to help us figure out how to get on TikTok to do it that way and to expand it this way?" I'm not that guy. I don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? I know how to get on here with Kiki and entertain. And we can talk about have some real dope dialogues and conversations. This is where I'm good at. You know what I mean? And so, it's about finding the people around us to help us push us in that trajectory, that know about that type of stuff or willing to share the knowledge, because a lot of these people know it and they don't want to share it. They don't want to they want to gatekeep and keep it to themselves. You know what I mean? Now I can contest to Kiki, you know what I mean, setting shit up for people to share shit with us and share clips, and it didn't work out like that. It just didn't. No, the intention was there. She was trying to make it happen, but then people on the other side, if they're not doing what they're supposed to do, it makes it hard. You know what I mean? And so now it's harder for us to focus on everything. I think we might have to, but you know what I mean? It's easy when we get on here and we go, and me and Kiki it's easy for us to do this. You know what I mean? Doing that work. If you people out here and know how this stuff works, you know what I mean? Please share it with us.
If you let it, if it's in your heart to do so, because what I do not want is I don't want someone to do it just cause. Like if you in your heart, if you are led to say, all right, y'all, let me, because for real, you got time, you got information. If there's a cost that's attached to that, don't worry about that. Like it just if this is one of the things that we do every freaking Monday, and I've been doing. And I'm gonna tell you something. My initial thing, I'm gonna step outside of real talk and speak for me, the Blackest Widow. My initial thing was I was doing this, wasting time in my car from one job to the next. I wasn't doing this to go viral. I wasn't doing this I had something to say every day, and I didn't realize I did until I got on it every day, and I developed people who like to listen to me. And I started finding myself saying, you know what, this is not bad. Like, let me do this. So now that me and Tone, and White Man as well, because he's a part of this process too, we all sit every Monday and we have a good time and we talk things out and we say these things. And none of us have ever said or alluded to us selling our soul just to make it a bigger thing. And I don't think that we have to. I don't think that we have to. I feel like I was always taught that when you got hard work, things will happen. But it's like there's something else that I wasn't told. So if there's something else that people know and your heart is leading you to tell me, because that's I know how to knuckle it. You know what I'm saying? I know how to dig my feet in the dirt, but that's all I know where this is concerned.
Yeah. I mean, you know, there are a lot of places. There's a lot of, you know what I mean, things for us to do. Like I guess I'm just the person on the show. I'm the act. I mean, whatever it is. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm the talent, the gesture, whatever the fuck it is. And so I remember when I first started doing this live I was doing live back in the day, and I was watching Kiki, right? And I was watching her do the morning show. Fucking dope. I was like in awe of her doing her shit. I was like, yo, she's really got it together and all this other shit. Me, I was on some other shit. And we know this. I was on some real, for those that been down from day one, know I was on some other shit, but it just was happening. And at that time, people were coming at me, was like, yo, you should do voiceovers. You should do this. You should do that. I didn't know nothing about that. I just knew how to get on there and, you know what I mean? And get it cracking in action. You know what I mean? I am the action person. When it comes to, you know what I mean, doing this, I don't know. I guess I could if I really put my mind to it, but man, I'm the action dude. You know what I mean? And we're gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? And the irony for me is, if I do something once live, if I'm live and I do some shit, don't ask me to repeat it because I can't. You got to record that shit and catch me in the moment, because every time it's going to be something different. That's why I say for me, it's the act, it's the talent, it's this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? I can't repeat that shit. The same shit that I said to you last week, it's not gonna come out the same this time. It's gonna be different every time. So you know what I mean? I mean, Batman said, we can run a space and do a live show time to time. Talk shows have studios, live audience. We can rent a spot and put on a live show. And this is what we've done this before with Batman. You know what I mean? We've had live shows. For y'all that don't know, or people that don't have that really don't, we've done live shows before. You know what I mean? The energy sometimes in their joint is dope. It's crazy because it's different for us. Versus us, just me and her just sitting here and this, that, and third, and nobody. But now we have y'all out there. We can see the reaction to your faces. We can see what you're really thinking. You thinking you want to say something, we're going to get you on spot. It's a different vibe. So that boat thing that Batman's talking about, man, that can be a reality real soon. I like that idea, Slim. I like that idea. Right? Listen, bro, I support that idea. That can be something really dope. But once again, you gotta get out and share, because y'all gotta come out and support. You know what I mean? We the talent. We're gonna be there. We're gonna show up, and we're gonna give y'all a show like y'all ain't never. Y'all gonna be in tears, but you gotta come out and support. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Huh. This week has been really interesting, Kiki. This show been interesting. You know what I mean? You see, when you never know what you're gonna get when you tune in with us. You think you're gonna get some ratchet, some ghetto, a little bit of this, and nah, not all the time. We don't do that all the time.
You're gonna get that too.
You gonna get that, but not. Okay, you want to do ratchet and ghetto? Let's talk about the nigga of the week. The nigga's gonna nigga. I got a nigga that's gonna nigga.
Who's
Did
that?
you see this fucking story with the nigga that was running around, driving around town with the motherfucking high pressure water gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
With shooting people with the water gun. He was driving past when she got in the fucking get. Look. The nigga got locked up. They locked this damn up. It was hot as fuck out there.
Give me a popcorn.
It was hot as fuck. These niggas hitting up homeless people.
That's crazy.
Yo,
Crazy.
yo, and so they arrested him.
The homeless people, though, come on.
Yeah, but he's just who he been hitting up. Yo, it's hot out there. The nigga was laying on the street like he was almost ready to die. That water gave him life.
I think that was a good thing. I don't think
What was wrong?
I'm a little pissed off. I'm a little pissed off. I'll be a little pissed off, but I think that's a great thing. I think, listen, it was over 112 degrees the other day.
Yo, and the nigga was riding around hitting people up with the water gun. He wasn't no harm, no foul. You got people out here doing worse shit than that, but y'all want to lock him up for that shit. Like, the nigga caught a charge for that shit. Like, really? I would be like, I would stand in front of the judge and be like, really, now, true story with Tone. Back in the days, I was a younger, ruthless motherfucker that didn't give a fuck. So me and my homies used to play, stupid games. Lord rest his soul. My brother, my best friend at the time, Will, listen. We played stupid games with each other. So we got into paintballs. And we were, bruh, we was in paintballs. And so what he was doing with water guns, we did that shit with paintballs.
I mean, that hurts.
Yo.
Ouch.
I'm on my way to the nigga house one day, right? I'm getting ready to drop the nigga off. Man, it was this fucking lady that kept fucking with us, was out walking her dog. The nigga was like, bro, there she is right there. Slow the fuck down, B. Slow down. I was like, nah, nigga, don't do that. He's like, slow down. I slowed down, and the nigga let off the full clip and hit the dog and everything. The dog was like, yo, stupid shit. Fun fact, though, you get caught for shit like that.
I mean, it's not legal to come around and it's not legal.
Driving down the road and hit a nigga windshield up and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Fuck you. We was young, like I said, it was a younger, dumber me. He was doing some stupid shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up getting caught for that shit.
Did you? You had to. What was your consequence or your penalty?
The charge was shooting and something missiles. That's what they charged me with. They took my fucking my fucking gun, my fucking paintball gun, right? And they hit me with a charge with hitting or throwing missiles in the state of Virginia. Look it up. It's some real shit. Look at swear for God in Fairfax County, right? In Fairfax County, I did that shit. I got locked up. You know what I mean, for doing that shit. But this guy was doing it with a water gun. There's no harm, no foul. Niggas is hot, but it's still a charge, nevertheless. Even though it's funny, and I find the shit completely amusing, but it's a charge. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what else is illegal? Apparently, that is life-threatening. Is taking some paint from the reflecting pool. Did you see, white man, that the Olympian or Olympic winner was indicted for taking a piece of the reflecting pool paint? They found him. They indicted him. He's being charged like he's looking at jail time.
Like
I'm aware of various people, and I heard about him. He's I think he a canoe rowing.
But make it make sense though. Make it make sense though, man.
No, it don't make sense. No, well, it makes. Let's say this. It makes sense because who's in office, who's an idiot and doesn't understand, science. Because that's why the pool was never painted in the first place, because of things of that nature. So he doesn't. He again. He blames everybody else except for himself. He doesn't realize certain things. There's certain reasonings of certain things that never transpired. And then on top of that, we've been finding out the fact is like the people who did the job were horrible with the job by doing it. So it was bad all around. It's like, dude, it was not all you had to do was clean it out and put the water back in. You're done. I don't know what the hell he's trying to make is, we got this, Patriot Blue, whatever,
He tried
like
to
that to make it. It was fine. All you do, if you want to change the water, change the water.
He wanted to reinvent the wheel. He wants to reinvent the wheel.
And to add insult to injury, the same people who did it before are the same people that's rehired to do it again.
Yeah, because it's a money job.
To the tune of $40 million, I think that's coming out of our pockets.
Yeah, that's how they work it. Because these are Trump's friends. That's how it is. That's how he does things. And he figures like, hey, here's a free payday. And it's like, no, dude, there's actual people who actually could do the job properly, but you didn't want to use them because you want to give your friends a kickback. And then, but the sad thing is the people, once the would start peeling and things like that, and you're starting arresting people because of it, because it's like, because you don't want to be laughed at. That is your problem. You bring in the National Guard who already are bored out of their minds already. You bring them into this bullshit, and they're going to be extra telling people, "Oh, I can't do that, can't do that." And I don't know if you know, this is what I saw on my timeline about 4th of July. They did a comparison of what happened 50 years ago to today.
Okay.
At the reflection pool. 50 years ago, people were sitting in it, standing in it. Oh, they were enjoying themselves on a hot July 4th, 1976. They were enjoying themselves. Today, it was like, no, you see the National Guard walking around, you see police walking around. It was like, it was like, what are you doing? You have a problem with this pool? I mean, it's ridiculous.
You know what crazy is? Trump single-handedly ruined the 250th anniversary of this year. Single-handedly, he did it. He did that. You know what I mean? That's what it is. I mean, somebody said on there the paint was already peeling. He just reached down and took a piece. Yeah. It was already peeling.
Well, Tone, you can't make a claim like that and not support it.
What are you talking about?
You said he single-handedly ruined it. You have to say how. Tell us. Do tell.
Look at last week. Just look at last week.
No. Let's I knew full well the moment he was voted in. It's sadly the mind you, I'm about like some of the things that are happening. See how the World Cup is. It's not that really. It's mind you, the game itself are exciting. Trust and believe, but recently him getting involved in trying to save one of the U.S. players so he can play. That makes no sense. Him and being involved in anything with this stuff makes no sense. Then you add the fact of the whole, that stupid UFC battle that he had at his White House. That made no sense. Everything he does, the moment I knew full well, the moment he got voted in, and around this time frame, it's like he's going to be our president for the 250th. Are you serious? And it's going to be a shit show, and it showed. And it's kind of and it's sad that the fact is like I would have loved, mind you, I was only 4 years old in the 200th, but 50 years later, I'm like, if Kamala was in there, trust and believe would be a party everywhere.
Would have been a fucking slam. Even if Obama was still around, Kamala is around. That shit would have been a party. You know what I mean? Even Sleepy Joe, it would have been a party.
Because of the fact is, it's like because we understood the fact of what that time frame means, being Independence Day and all that stuff, 4th of July, having fun, barbecuing, all that stuff, going to a state fair, all that stuff. That makes sense. Now it just feels like, ugh.
Okay, well, I have a question on the back end of those comments. Thank you for sharing, the both of you. There is buzz and talk that he is getting ready to do his set of pardons, right? And they're talking about who they think that he's going to pardon. one, let me say this. Let me backtrack. I think that it's disgusting that this guy gets indicted and gets charged with this reflecting pool shit when all January 6ers are running free, barbecuing on the deck. Let me just say that. But I want to say, for those who are listening, Tone and White Man, the comments that you have and the feelings you have about Trump, very clear. Would your feelings change if your dad or uncle or grandfather or best friend or son or daughter was up for pardon and he pardoned your loved one? Would your thoughts and views change or not?
First off, he's only going to pardon those that kneel to him and kiss the ring. Okay.
Okay.
But hypothetically, if that was me kneeling and kissing the ring, I mean, you know, I can't. Even the hypotheticals just sound stupid coming out of my mouth. I can't. I mean, yeah, I can't make it make sense. For me, here's what I'm gonna say. My mama raised me a certain way, you know what I mean? And was like, yo, if you man enough to do the crime, man enough to do the time.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And I ain't never looked for no pardon or nothing like that. I did my time. You know what I mean? And I feel if you commit a crime, you know what I mean, and you get sentenced, go do that time. You know what I mean? The only ones that should be pardoned is somebody that was proven innocent.
Okay.
You know, we have it all the time where people get arrested and get sent to jail and they are innocent. You know what I mean? Not everybody, but there are some in the system right now, and those are the ones who should be pardoned. Not somebody who committed a crime and because you were doing it, you were doing as I told or whatever. I'm a loyal supporter of Dump. I'm going to pardon you.
Can I add that you said that only people should be pardoned are those who are proved to be innocent? I want to add, or those that you can't prove are guilty. I want to add them too, because there are people for real who they slip through that little crack because some technicality where it's not 100% guilty, but they're there. You know what I'm saying? But you can't prove, you really can't prove it. It's just
you have those people that didn't have right representation.
There we go.
When they were in court.
There we go.
You know what I mean? And they ended up getting stuck in prison or stuck in jail for something that they shouldn't be there for. Or like you said, it was a technicality. You know what I mean? You have those people. Those are the people that should be getting pardons, right? Not the Sixers. Why should they get a pardon? These niggas committed a crime. Did you see? We all saw what the fuck they did. But you pardoned them and sent them on their merry way and let them know. Then you tried to get a slush fund to send them to give them money because they were incarcerated. What?
This nigga make me sick.
That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, come on, man. Come on. The world we're living in right now.
Blackout said, and the Sixers are out here committing more crimes. No,
you know what I mean? And they are. And so but they know they can. Kiki, they know they can, and there are going to be no repercussions behind that.
Facts.
So when you out here and you can do that shit, and you got Dump in office that's going to be like and praise your behavior, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But let us do something else and we get condemned. I mean,
pull a piece, like God forbid, pull a piece of paint out of the pool that's already peeling because
it's already peeling. You want to make a mockery of this
not allowing it to adhere. And look, white man, you so right. He said it's the reason why it never was painted in the first place.
Man. This dude is something specially. Yo, that air that he breathes, bruh, whoever he shares it with, bruh. Listen. I don't know. You know what I mean? But do you feel, you know what I mean? Who do you think he's going to pardon?
Did he? Normie said the nigga that she was dating in jail. Oh, free contract.
Why is Nomi like this?
Why is she like this?
I don't know.
Oh, free contract. She make me sick.
Yo, listen. So you think he would
There's
I
stuff to
don't
gain.
disagree with that statement, Kiki, that he would free Dick. I don't disagree with that statement. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
you say you don't, because I was gonna say they just did a standing ovation for his little sidekick when Young Miami. They just she back. She back.
I
She
don't
up.
listen. I don't disagree with you on that at all. That he would do some shit like that. And pardon this nigga. What would our fucking kinfolk say? Would you be happy that Diddy got pardoned? Or would you feel some type of way?
I'm gonna tell you what our kinfolk would say. I'm gonna tell you what some of them would say. Not all. Some of them would say, "Well, get it how you live. Fuck it. He let him out. He should be out. If just don't be. They don't want to hate on the next man. You ain't gonna keep the next man down. One win for the black people. He did the same thing with freaking what's his name? Kodak Black, who's back in jail, by the way. He's back in jail, but I think some people would say that. I think a lot of people will feel like it is disgusting. It's disgusting for him to be out. And then a lot of people will say, I own you. If I get you, like if you I think you owe him something, like you was trying to say about kissing the ring. I think that you don't have free right and reign to just go back to Walmart and go pick up. You can't just pick up where you left off at. I think
No, you become his property. He owns you now.
as a
You know what I
return
mean?
on an investment. I don't know what that investment is.
So
Or what the
is
return
that
is.
fair to say? Is that fair to say the Sixers? He owns the Sixers. I mean, let's be realistic, because he did that for him. You know what I mean? What would they be up to next?
Whatever they want to be up to. Because as long as if you think about what people were saying, like allegedly they were saying that he put them up to it in the first place. So if I sent you in a store to go handle some business for me and it didn't go my way, I gotta look out for you. I have to look out for you. Look, without explanation, without consequence, without a hiccup, I'm gonna do it, and I'm not gonna care what nobody think, because that's what we had. Unfortunately, that young man that was up there that shot him in the ear allegedly didn't understand or read the fine print. He didn't really.
But did he get shot in the ear? Did he really get shot in the ear though? Really?
You see my fingers?
Because he healed like in 2 days. He was healed in like 2 days.
But the young man is dead. I don't think he signed up for that. I think he didn't quite have somebody to read over the Yamin. I don't think he didn't get it. So I think that, or you did something you weren't supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, because let's go back like got caught. Like she said, got caught. Let's go back to, here's a parallel. New Jack City. When Nino Brown and that fine ass nigga was on the top of the roof, and they had all these conversations, and it was all good until you did what we said we wouldn't do. You see what happened to him? You forgot. I think that is what this is. Like you didn't carry out the mission. Like you fumbled the ball, as New Yorkers say. You fumbled the ball.
Yeah,
And that's it. You're going to take Diddy in the Oval Office with oh my goodness, with some baby oil, he said. Anybody Nikki want? Free, they saying they going to free Nikki's husband. She said, anybody Nikki want? He going to take Diddy. Free R. Kelly if that's what we doing. Slow-mo.
I mean, if you letting fucking Diddy out, might as well let fucking R. Kells out. At least we can get some fucking good ass music again. Let Kells out so we can get some good music.
Batman said, free Diddy. He was just being a Scorpio with his nasty ass.
Yo, I mean,
at the end of the day, all he really was doing was. And
was
let
being
me
a
say this
freaky
too.
nasty
Hold
thing.
on. Let me add
You
this
did-
too. I forgot.
What's up?
That man is being indicted and charged for taking paint, and nobody from the Epstein's file has even sniffed a court date. I just forgot.
Ain't that
Nobody.
some crazy shit though?
No
Wait a minute.
atonement.
Your president was best friends with Epstein.
Allegedly.
Yo, so here's a fun fact. Here's a fun fact. If Epstein was still alive and was locked up, do you think Trump would pardon him?
Okay, let me read the comments Nomi is talking about.
What happened?
She said no.
I want to know if Epstein was still alive. What do y'all think in the comments? Let me know what you think in the comments. If Epstein was still alive, do you think Trump would have pardoned him?
No, because Epstein is alive. White man.
Fair
What
enough.
you think?
Fair enough. I can't argue.
What you think, white man?
I can't argue.
What about?
Do you think if Epstein was alive that Trump would pardon him? Now, keep in mind all of the dirty.
No, you did. There's no add-on. Yeah, he would pardon him.
You think so?
Yeah.
For reason of just to keep his anonymity, like to keep those for what? And for what reason?
I mean, as much as he tries, stating that he barely knew him and all that stuff, you guys known each other for a good decade plus. I mean, it's like, no, if he was still alive, he would try to do anything and everything to try to free him. If he wasn't president, since he is, yeah, he would try to pardon him. Yeah.
Okay, I have a very good question that I want to talk. I want to just a real question. Tone, white man, family.
What up?
Do you believe that Trump, the Trump that we used to love, the Trump that was jocking the black community, rappers and this and that, do you think that was part of this evil plan to do that, to get the love and to get the support of, just to do this? Do you believe it's the same person that we see now that was there then, or did something change once the power changed hands?
No, it was all part of his plan.
So that's the same Trump that we know now was the one that was at all the rap parties.
That was the same Trump then. A spot don't change his leopards. A leopard don't change his spots. He was that motherfucker then. He just was undercover. He was baiting these niggas in the whole time. He baited them in. You know what I mean? You're not gonna tell me that this is the new Trump. He's been that man all the fucking time. You know what I mean? He just knew how to masquerade his shit and come out the closet when it was necessary. By that time, he had already baited you in. You got people standing there like, well, he's not bad. He's a pretty good guy. Fuck out of here. He was a piece of shit then. He was a piece of shit when he was in Atlantic City. Do you see what he did to Atlantic, how he destroyed Atlantic City?
Yes.
He bled Atlantic City dry and then got gone.
Rape.
Wait a minute.
Rape. Not
what
rape.
What do you think he's doing to the country right now? Is he not doing the same thing in this country that he did in Atlantic City? If you don't see that, I respect that.
So Batman said, has anyone read any other released Epstein files? I've read some. Let me tell you, Batman, I went down a rabbit hole one time on YouTube. Something interesting came up and I decided, let me go and see. Because, people, you find out that influencers or people who have these channels or have these platforms will create things, right? So things are not always true. Some of the pictures that they showed, some of the verbiage, the story, like the way the stories were set up, it was so unbelievable. You would think that it had a producer and like a movie set. The way that stuff happened, I could not believe it. Did you ever read any of that stuff? Any of y'all?
Mm-hmm. I'm just reading some of these comments.
The Epstein files. You ever looked into any of them?
I haven't jumped down that rabbit hole.
I
I
did.
haven't either. I haven't either.
And the reason why I haven't jumped down that rabbit hole because I'm learning at this age right now. I see things that boil my blood, and I have to walk away from it because it bothers me that much. And I see a lot of shit on Facebook. A lot of people, a lot of people that come across my timeline with their crazy ass rhetoric. I just choose to ignore it. My peace for me is more important now than it was then. You know what I mean? So now I just I'm good. I don't want to fuck with it. And I may read some shit that blew my blood because I may read something in the Epstein files that may really set me the fuck off. You know what I mean? I just haven't. But if you implore me to go down that rabbit hole, well, then
And
fuck
I do.
it.
And I
Fuck
do.
it. Let me strap on the bullshit meter and let's ride this motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's there. What about you, white man? Have you?
No, I once I knew about it, I never went to read it. I believe the women. I believed this, this group of people involved is nasty as fuck. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to read that. I mean, I rather hear mind you, I rather hear the testimony of the women, because I feel like that is more believable. Mind you, reading it, of course, it's all black and white there, but hearing these women of their ordeal of being in a situation like that is more truth telling than anything.
Slow Mo said Trump used the black community as far as he could, and when he found out that wasn't enough, he switched up to the Republican Party because most Republicans don't read. Majority of Republicans read on the 5th grade level. Okay.
That is true.
but with saying that, because did he not say that back? What was it in the 80s or the 90s or something like that? If I was going to run anything, I would run Republican because he could.
Let's keep this in mind, folks. A lot of people forget Donald Trump during when he was whatever he was trying to build here. He was a Democrat. That's why he was quote unquote befriending with the Clintons and all that stuff. He was eventually a Democrat. When he switched is because he switched when he was started running for president. It's not the fact that he's like you get just out of the blue because he knew full well it's like Obama was a Democrat, and once Obama became president, he had issues with him and all that stuff. And when Hillary was getting into the picture, it felt like it's like, okay, he could have ran as a Democrat and challenged Hillary then, but he would lose because everyone was pushing for Hillary. So in this aspect, it's like, well, let me be a Republican, and this is what you get because a lot of Republicans nowadays they're angry about nothing. You sit there and tell me it's like, and him, you hear from time to time, it's like, oh, I was happy back in the day and all that stuff. It's like, mind you, back in the 80s, everything, was fine. Everything was kosher. But at the same time, there was decorum. There was some peace. We didn't have this. Mind you, we had our little craziness, but it was kind of like underground or just a little, as they say, the pig pen, smoke. It was under our feet, but we know it's there. This shit, everything else is gone hellfire and hellstone. And then the thing is Trump doesn't know how to fix it. He knows how to complain. He knows how to just spew out a whole bunch of nonsense to rile up people. But at the same time, you ask him, okay, how do we fix this? He has no plan. He never had a plan since the day he started, coming down the escalator and saying he was running for president. He has no plan. None of it. He just wanted to be president.
So like Batman said, Trump is under the thumb of deep state and the families that control his company.
No, none of that stuff. Okay, he wants to go dive in. Keep in mind, I appreciate what you said earlier, but let's keep in mind, didn't you say 5 years ago that you voted for him for the first time? Okay, this is the reason why he's back here again. For those who voted for him the first time, you put him back in here for a second one. You should never have voted for him right from the jump. I don't care what kind of nonsense that Trump was spewing out there. Oh, he will help my rent. He'll redo this and do that. Hillary is this. This is like, dude, keep this in mind. This man was totally incompetent the moment, like I said, came down that escalator. You knew full well he was incompetent. I would have rather had Hillary do it, be the job. She would have woken up at 3 a.m. to answer that call instead of waiting for a guy who's falling asleep at 11 in his office with a whole bunch of people recording him. Let's keep this real. Come on. Those who voted for him the first time are the same people. And then, mind you, it's those black folks got your vote because he spewed out a whole bunch of nonsense there. I'll pay your rent. I'll do this for you. And also, come on. Trump is about Trump. He's not about a Republican Party. Trump is about Trump. That's what it's about.
Batman also said the truth is stranger than fiction.
There's
right?
no lie there.
You know what I mean? Batman said they all talk ish about Trump, but he donated to all their campaigns, so they respected him in his face.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I said, Bill Cosby was guilty for some shit that happened 40 years ago. And the 34 felon committed orange guy is innocent.
And Batman also said that in the Epstein files that they said Joe Biden died in 2019. The truth is stranger than fiction. Guess what time it is?
It's that time. It's Real Talk Uncensored, man.
I'm Kiki, the Blackest Widow.
I'm just me. I'm Tone. I'm the fucking whatever. I don't know. I'm just me. Fucking. Oh, shit. Hold on. Before we go, there's a zoo shot. This is how you do a zoo shot. And with that, we out. Damn, she swallowed all of that. She swallowed it.
So mad at this so much.
He throated that shit.
I'm used to it. That's it.
Lord have mercy.
We're talking Uncensored, man. We'll see y'all next week.
Thank y'all.
Like and share.
That was the shit. And OT was like, nah, no thank you. Said, no problem. But I was trying to tell OT before because